Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Final Fantasy XVI. Today we are playing the Rising Tide DLC. So let us go into the game and we will get started with it. Last episode we completed the Echoes of the Fallen DLC all in one go. It took literally an hour and 50 and that was it. So to start the Rising Tide, let's go straight to Clive's bedroom, and the icon is there just on the left, so we can start the DLC. Unmarked. Sid, I shall not waste time mincing words. Leviathan's dominant is in need of rescue, and despite my innumerable misgivings about joining hands with an outlaw of the highest disrepute, the dame has assured me there is no one better suited to the task at hand. I dare not reveal more for fear this missive could fall into the wrong hands, but if what little I have penned here has kindled your interest, I bid you journey to the Vale in Northreach, inquire with one Layla. She will surely see you satisfied.
Leviathan the Lost? But why now? After all this time?
Why, what now?
Hi, Joe.
I'm not sure you'd believe me if I told you.
After all we've been through. I doubt there's anything that could surprise me at this point.
All right then. Rouse Joshua and meet me in the mess. We'll talk there. I see we're all here.
So, what is it this time?
I'm not sure yet. The letter delivered to my chambers omitted a few crucial details.
Do we know its provenance?
That was one of the details it omitted. But whoever the sender was, it seems the dame held them in high enough regard to point them in our direction.
The dame? Well, she's not one to waste our time. It must be important.
Important might be an understatement. If the letter is to be believed, Leviathan's dominant is in danger. And someone wants us to save him. Leviathan?
So the Warden of Water has finally returned. What has it been? 100 years?
More. The Lost moniker dates back at least that long. Even our venerable lawsman would not have been so much as a glint in his father's eye when last the mighty serpent brought his crushing waves to bear upon the realm.
But why the gap? I know it can be a few years before a new dominant's born. But over a century?
Should the dominant of Water's bloodline have been severed somehow, it could have prevented a new dominant from awakening.
But if one has awakened now, he couldn't have chosen a worse time. Every nation in the realm has lost its dominant. If word gets out that there is still one to be had, they will stop at nothing to claim it for their own.
And the twins will be at war again, just when humanity most needs to come together. Did the letter say anything else?
Only that if I wish to know more, we must meet in person. And that the Vale can arrange a meeting.
If nothing else, you can be certain it ain't a trap.
Famous last words. I'm coming with you.
As am I.
Thank you. Both of you. And Otto.
Yeah. I'll keep an
He
eye on
knows the
things
drill.
here. Didn't fancy coming anyway.
Thank you. I shall leave the Invincible in your capable hands.
Ooh. New jingle. Oh, a trophy just for accessing it. Right, let's hide my cam, but I will read what it says. Quest destinations for Rising Tide are indicated with the symbol on screen. After accepting the quest, current objectives are displayed in the to-do list on the right hand side of the screen. These will temporarily replace main scenario objectives. If you wish to restore main scenario objectives to the to-do list, you can do so on the journal tab in the main menu. We know that anyway. So, I love how you just get a trophy just for accessing the DLC. That's one less that I have to worry about to get all the trophies again. To the Vale.
The High Cardinal.
To the Vale it is then.
Then it's lucky we stayed here.
Was that shouting I heard from the Baron?
It's funny, we had the Leviathan, the Rising Tide DLC song playing. We've got the DLC sword on our back.
And you're just gonna fall
We're just
into
starting it. We're all... everything's new, so we're starting it straight away. Hi, Layla.
I'm looking for a Layla.
You found one. So, will your friends be joining in? Or just watching?
Jill looks straight at Clive.
We're not here for your services. We simply want to talk.
What you do with your time is up to you. The price is still the same.
We're here about the letter.
Oh. Sorry. I suppose you'll be wanting to know who wrote it then.
Among other things.
Look, I'm just the messenger here. There's only so much I can tell you.
She sounds like she's from the
Specifically?
northeast as well.
A location, north of town, on the shore of Isle of Feist Bay.
Oh, Welsh.
There you'll find a tent and the woman who can answer your questions.
And that's all. Nothing else.
Actually, one thing. There's more than flowers in the meadows these days. So keep that sword of yours to hand.
I'm leaning more towards Wales. They haven't really had any Welsh voice actors. Make for the coastline. Where are we going?
Does anyone else think it's strange that this woman should prefer to keep to the outskirts of town?
What if she realizes the value of the information she's party to?
And the danger it puts her in.
Indeed. Indeed. Let's go. Chocobo. Ambrosia.
Ready, go? Fly, Ambrosia.
Yeah. He said the line. It's my favourite line. For sure. Fly, Ambrosia. When did I ever use my limit break? I suppose it's probably against...
Tent is where Layla said it would be.
Yes, but who awaits us inside?
It's empty. Why am I not surprised?
Ooh. Boat. I like boat.
Boat.
8-0.
No prizes for guessing who that belongs to.
Inspect fire pit.
The embers are still warm.
I can't, I forgot fire.
So you're Sid.
Who might you be? Well, they were definitely in the DLC shot, and I did question whether they were male or female, because it had Clive, Torgor, Jill, and Joshua with the person looks like that, and they've got like a trident looking thing there. So we'll see what that's about. And they're very blue.
I suppose I must be. Which means you have me at a disadvantage.
Yeah, definitely female.
Apologies. I am Shula, tributary of Mysidia, final haven of the Moats of Water.
Water.
The
Northeast.
moat of
again.
water.
The very tribe into which it was believed Leviathan's dominant was born. A people notable for their sapphire eyes and ivory hair. Yet that would be impossible, since the tribe famously...
Vanished. Was exterminated. Despite the best efforts of both church and state, we are still very much alive.
Glad to
Though
hear it.
we've managed to keep that fact hidden from good Krieger's faithful for over a century.
Along with Leviathan's dominant.
That wave out there. What do you know of it?
The surge. Only that it's been there a long time.
Since the fall of Drake's Eye almost a century ago. Some claim the two are connected, but none can speak with any certainty.
So in other words, you know nothing. Not that I'll hold it against you.
It's interesting.
The wave was raised by Leviathan in an act of rage. Moments before the waters were stayed, and the icon and its dominant bound within.
And you want us to...
Rescue him. Yes. You see, a little bird told me about a certain outlaw with a singular knack for putting unruly dominants in their place.
Yeah, that's true.
And ours is about as unruly as they get. For years, we've searched for someone who could hold their own against an icon. Someone just like you. So what do you say? Will you help us?
What exactly did your dominant do to warrant this punishment?
What did he do? He committed the greatest crime one of his kind can. He was born.
Yeah.
But he deserves a better fate than the one my people forced upon him. He deserves to be free.
As do we all. Very well. Far-fetched though your tale may seem, something tells me you speak in earnest. So we will do what we can for your dominant. But first, you will tell us everything you know about him and the means of his imprisonment.
I can do better than that.
I can show you.
I can show you. Care to take a trip across the bay? My people await you there.
That's good to
Either
know.
way,
I wouldn't want to go straight into a fight with Leviathan first. I think that needs a bit of a build up to it. I'm still intrigued by what the question marks set of icon abilities are. Oh, interesting. They said Drake's Eye used to be there, which isn't too far from what Drake's Head, Drake's Breath, I'm just trying to remember them all. Drake's Fang, Drake's Tail? Spine? No, that's Spine, I think. Drake's Tail. I don't know, I can't always remember them. It's just Drake something, Drake something, Drake something. The Lost Cloak, North and Eastern Storm. If you manage to navigate the cloak's narrow mountaintop pass without plummeting to your death, you'll be rewarded with a breathtaking view of the blighted wasteland stretching from the oiliest bay to the Sea of Grace. Cool. Torgy.
All right, you might want to hold on to something. We're coming up on the wall, and passing through can take a bit of getting used to.
I don't see any wall.
Of course you don't. That's the point.
That's so cool.
It's a glamour woven by our ancestors to keep our village hidden from prying eyes. But don't take my word for it.
CPS elves.
Watch.
Etheric.
That was worse than a slug of Bacchus wine.
Clive, the sky.
It's blue, but how is that possible?
Oh,
You do know what a glamour is, don't you?
like a bubble.
Ours just happens to work both ways, and a good thing too. I wouldn't fancy staring at those sickly clouds every day.
That's cool. I like that. The rising tide. Let's go. I want to see it so bad.
And that concludes our little voyage.
Yeah,
We're here.
close enough. Well, you can see Clive's scars well with that.
It's a long slog to the village, and a hard one.
Okay.
I hope you're up for a climb.
I forgot their name already. If they did give their name. What era it is, I can't remember.
Finally.
What? You didn't think we'd arrived, did you?
No.
The village isn't up here. It's on the other side of the mountain.
Obelisk.
Of course it is.
Another trophy for doing nothing. Yay! So I can sprint, but I can't chop away.
Watch yourself, Sid. This path can be treacherous. If not for the sheer drop, then for the beasts who prowl it.
Thank you for the warning. And please, call me Clive. Sid is an alias.
You will be pleased to learn, Lady Shula, that I have no such aliases.
Is that so, Lord Margrace?
It's all the same to me.
She knows. So she's called Shula. Get fucked.
I was wondering when they'd pick up our scent.
Stand back. We'll handle this.
Oh, will you now? Shall I keep my axe and spells to myself, then?
She's a magic user.
Earlier you mentioned spells, yet I see you carry no crystals.
She's a
Since
bearer.
when did a bearer ever need crystals?
But then, where is your brand?
Waiting for me in Sunbreck, if I ever get careless.
You see them training like shit over here then?
Then it's in for a long wait.
We're almost at the summit. From there, you'll have a better view of our home.
Cool. I love the feel of it. It's very like New Zealandish, Jurassic Parky. very nice.
Few have ever set eyes on what I'm about to show you. Just so you know.
Just so you know.
This is not what I expected.
Welcome, my friends, to Mysidia.
Mysidia. Ah, that's the shot of the DLC. Whoa. That's sick. Is that like a bridge? Or is that them casting that spell? The glamour.
It's been a long time since I saw the North looking so
Alive.
I'm sure you have plenty of questions, but it's been a long journey, and I expect we could all do with a rest. Our humble village is only a short way from here, if you'd care to accompany me. Let's get ourselves in front of a fire, and I'll tell you everything you need to know.
Cool. Does she have water powers? I sure hope she does.
It's beautiful, Sheila.
And we aim to keep it that way.
What are those? What are those? Huh. I like the antelope back home. Or whatever they're called. Yay, running.
Are those stones glowing?
That's one of the cairns which maintain the glamour. Steer well clear.
Pretty.
If the surge was an act of rage,
One wonders what prompted it.
She's not saying anything. There's loads of questions. I want answers. I was just going to say, I hope it's no like municipal loot. Oh, fuck off. Collection. Right, let's see what that is. New stuff is normally better than current stuff. Six. Enhances Phoenix shift, increasing both movement speed and distance. So they're adding stuff like that. Because there's not been anything for any of the iconic what were they called? Like the circle moves. Do you know what I mean? Like for Phoenix, it's Phoenix Shift, which is that Titanic block, and then the Arm of Darkness. So yeah, that's quite cool. So they've got like abilities, ability gear now. I'm down for that. It's interesting.
could we not have spared ourselves the mountain crossing by landing further north?
In clear view of the bay?
She has a point. But worth asking a question. Oh, looks like I didn't. Let's see what's down here. I've not played this, so it's like everything's fresh. Everything's exciting. I don't know how long it's going to be. What's coming up next? Anything. I don't know anything. What's going on? We might come down here later. Things might be blocked off. Things are blocked off. The river's edge. some shooting, we can't go any further. Hey, Mr. Heron. Hey. Right, chaps. Let's go back to the village.
On evening tides.
Does morning's light return?
Open the gates! The tributary is home!
It's like a small river. Ooh, oh, beautiful. It's called Haven. I love the flowers. They're pretty. I love the aesthetic of this place.
Outsiders? Well, I never. Look at the size of that dog.
Yeah.
All right now, back to your duties.
It's an axe, but it looks very.
You'll have to forgive my
tridenty.
people their curiosity. We don't get many visitors. Or any, truth be told.
Then we are honored to be the first.
This
For a while,
is
anyway.
quite extraordinary. Like stepping into another world.
So do you believe me now?
You've made it difficult not to, my lady. But how did your people chance to settle here in the north? Unless I am much mistaken, the moats of water long called the coasts of southern Ash their home. Until Drake's Horn fell and the Blight forced them ever inland, where...
We met our doom, along with our dominant. I see you've read the Gregorian Church's account, but perhaps you'd like to hear ours. That building over there is the Witten Hall. It's where my people gather to discuss matters of import. We can speak more inside, once the place is ready to receive you. It shouldn't take long, but you're welcome to explore the village while I see to things.
Thank you. We'll do just that.
I'm sorry, but I don't like it. Outsiders.
Yeah, it's interesting. Like, why were they native to southern Ash, and then they've had to go all the way to northeastern Storm? Do you know what I mean? Like, they've come all the way from here to there. I mean, see, it doesn't look blighted, which obviously it isn't. But yeah, you can obviously, you know, it makes sense that if there was Drake's Horn, which is whatever they called it, and that fell, then you know they need another place to go, and from what you can see of Ash, just this sliver is without blight. Everything else is fucked. So yeah, it makes sense that they've come up here, I guess, but yeah, a whiten hall for enlightening people.
So what do you think of our little haven in the woods? It might not have all the comforts of a southern settlement, but at least it's ours.
And there's a lot to be said for that. It can't have been easy keeping this place a secret.
Not easy, no. We've dedicated our lives to maintaining the glamour that conceals us. Us and Walyas.
Well, yes.
This man, Walyas, is he Leviathan's dominant?
That's right. Though he's no man, Walyas is still a baby.
A baby?
Forgive me, but you said that the Dominant and his icon were bound
Kept
inside
him,
the
like,
Surge almost a
timeless.
century ago. That would surely make him older still.
It would, if he'd been allowed to age. But the spell robbed the poor bairn of even that.
What?
I'm sorry.
Walyas was the son of my great-grandfather. Leviathan awoke within him almost immediately. But instead of allowing the lad to live out his life as a valued member of the community, my ancestors sought to put his power to other uses. Sadly for them, the icons sensed their treachery and summoned a wave so large it would have swallowed the entire village if my ancestors hadn't stopped him.
Then it is not the surge that binds the child, but time itself.
Yes,
Forgive me. I'm still not sure I understand.
I'm not surprised. It isn't the easiest thing to explain. Which is why it might be better if I took you to see him. Show you exactly what he has to endure.
That is why we came.
Then let us be off. There's a road that leads north from the village. It'll take us right into the Surge.
I want to see what's behind her. If it'll let me. Fuck.
Are you bound for the wave, tributary?
We are, Delina. Have you spread the word about our guests?
I have. Everyone knows to treat them as family.
Good, so we don't need a seal then.
You shouldn't have any trouble now, but just in case,
Sake.
I would have you accept this symbol of our people.
Seal obtained. You accept the ceaseless rill from Shula.
That's very kind.
Fucking called it.
I look forward to meeting the family.
The feeling's mutual.
Should the tributary be indisposed, feel free to ask me any questions you might have regarding the village, and I'll do my best to answer.
Thank you.
Thank you. We will.
Then I bid you good tide.
And good tide to you.
Our storehouse lies across the bridge. If you're short of supplies, you may find what you need there. Though we will have to ask you for recompense, poor as we are.
I want to see these because they've got pluses on their heads. So as much as I want to do the main story shit, I want to see what these give me.
You are Sid, aren't you? The man the tributary told us about? I wonder
else
if
would
you
it
could
be?
help me.
With what exactly?
Oh, nothing too troublesome. Do you know my husband, Pavat?
Nope.
He's the village smith, among other things. Anyway, his name day's not far off, and I wanted to make a gift for him. He's a craftsman, you see, and he's been fretting about running low on the flowers he uses for dye making, so I wondered if you might collect some for me and give them to him.
Would this gift not be better coming from you?
Perhaps, but it can't, for reasons I can't go into.
Interesting.
Please, I know it sounds daft, but I'd be ever so grateful.
Yeah.
Fine. Which flowers does your husband need?
The sweet little blue ones that grow around the fount. Elder's blessings, they're called.
Hey, I like it.
We use them to dye our fabrics so we always feel close to water like they are. You don't need to go to the trouble of picking them yourself, though. Just speak to the...
Do you think it's a new outfit? Like a new appearance thing for Clive, and for Jill, and for Joshua, and for Torgal, and for Ambrosia? It might be. There's a plus sign.
Be wild hands and ask them to share their harvest with you. 2 basketfuls should be enough for my husband to be getting on with.
2 basketfuls it is.
Prioritize, even though I can't see it because my camera's in the way. Yeah, it's on the way. Why not? And then we'll go see whoever that is. Hello. Basketfuls of stuff, please.
Excuse me. I wonder, might you be able to spare a basket of Elder's blessings? Pavard's wife tasked me with collecting some for her husband, and suggested that I speak to you.
Ah. Werda wants you to bless her better half with the fruits of our labour, does she? Go on then. Give the old fool something to squirm about.
I'm sorry.
Ah, don't worry about it. An old fool Pavard may be, but if you come bearing gifts, he's not fool enough to turn you away.
I did think I wouldn't have that.
I'm glad to hear it. Thank you.
A bit similar how Goots gave us a bottle of rum to give to Blackthorn. I wonder if it's similar to that. And he's a smith as well. Hello.
Ah, welcome to Haven, friend.
Thank you.
Thank you. Forgive my presumptuousness, but the smith's wife has asked me to make her husband a present of some Elder's blessings. 2 basketfuls, to be precise.
Well, I have 1, if that's any help.
Beautiful.
It is. I'm much obliged. They really are beautiful.
Aren't they just? Though that's not the only reason they have a special place in our hearts.
Okay.
Legend has it that when our people fled from Ash, the tributary of the Tyne took some seeds with them. And as they wandered high and low across the Twins, he'd plant them wherever they stopped for water. Every elder since has done the same.
That's cute.
So when we finally put down roots here in Mysidia, the flowers did too.
Cool. I like that.
Well, that's 2 basketfuls. Time to visit Pavard.
Wait. Skippy, Skippy. Hi.
What do you want?
Your wife asked me to bring you these flowers.
That woman. Come out. I know you're there.
That's not a hiding spot.
Who? Me?
The fuck?
Would either of you care to explain what's going on?
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to deceive you. It's just, my husband can be a bit standoffish at times,
Thought so.
and I thought this might be a good way for the 2 of you to get acquainted. What with you being a swordsman like, and him being the only smith in the village. It'd be a shame if you couldn't turn to him for help.
The only smith
The
in
only
village.
reason he couldn't turn to me for help is because I had my hands full with all the orders you lot dumped on me. I'm pretty much done with them now, though. But, for the record, the tributary said that we were to lend you outsiders our aid, and that's exactly what I was planning to do. With or without my darling wife's meddling. Still, here we are. Acquainted. So, if there's out you need, just bring us the materials, all right?
All right.
All right, then. And tar for the flowers. I was running low.
You use them for dyeing, I hear.
Aye. Crush the petals and it makes a fine and lasting blue. We use it to stain the cloth for our tunics and pennons. To remind us where we come from, like.
As modes of water. Children of the sea.
That's right. The pattern, too, was left by our ancestors. The Ceaseless Rill, it's called. It symbolizes the river of our tribe, with the strength of Leviathan running through it. And no matter how that river has ebbed and flowed, changed its course, the flowers have always been with us, growing on our banks. I should get back to work. If you need something crafting, let me know.
Oh, well. It was a pleasure to meet you.
I do like the blue.
Wasn't it just?
It's the thought that counts. There we go. Reflection of Earth, Titanic block. Enhances Titanic's. Enhances Titanic block, making it capable to block attacks from behind while restoring a small amount of HP regain gauge. Yeah. Haven Foundry now available. There we go. But what does that mean, Petal? Petal.
Yes?
Apart. Right, is that craft? Well, I don't need... because I've already unlocked it. Let's just hide my cam for a second. No, looks like I've got all the best gear still.
Till next time, then.
I thought he was going to do something with the dyes or a new recipe.
Where in the blue heavens?
Talk to me, Bilos.
Oh, I'll have her hide when she gets back. Oh, sorry. I was leagues away. How can I help you?
Oh, how can I help
If
you?
you're after something from the storehouse, it's actually my wife you'll want to talk to.
Oh, so we're just unlocking
She will have to charge you for
the
the goods,
Rising
though.
Tide, Karen,
Not that would
and
fleece you or
Blackthorn.
anything. It's just, you know, needs must.
I understand.
Saying that, she might not be able to get anything down for you for a bit.
Ah, right.
She's got her hands full with the inventory, you see. It should have been my daughter's job, really, but the willful little Rills decided to make herself scarce. Ah, the heavens only know where that girl's got to.
If you'd like me to keep an eye out for her.
Oh, no. I couldn't ask that of an outsider. Could I? You wouldn't mind?
Of course not. She won't have gone far, will she?
I hope not. But I've scoured the entire village for her and come up empty-handed. Can't help thinking she might have gone on another one of her little adventures.
Ah, a free spirit, is she?
Aye, that she is. Can't get her to sit still. Especially once you heard you lot were on your way. Outsiders! You should have said a little eyes light up.
No.
Oh, if she wanted to watch you arrive, she'd have made for the low gate where you first came in. The guard there might have spotted her. Maybe you could ask him. Ruka, her name is.
All right. I'll let you know if I find her. Try not to worry.
The Law Gate.
Hear me, mine ancestors. Grant me the strength to tame the troubled laws of man.
Roka.
Excuse me. You haven't seen the storekeeper's daughter, have you?
Little Ruka. I have, as it happens.
Oh.
She went out through the gate not long ago.
Out of the village? Alone?
Aye, she does it all the time. There's a path off to the left which leads down to the river. Nice
Oh,
little spot,
fucking hell,
that.
it's just there.
Safe as you like. The beasts of the mountain don't dare come so close to the village. That's where she'll be. Go and have a look if you don't believe me.
I will.
Only because I want to, not because you told me to. And this is why you don't explore before the game wants you to.
This must be the path.
There she is.
They're not here either. It's you! I've been looking everywhere for you.
You must be Ruka.
You know my name? Can you lot read minds?
Yeah.
Your father asked me to keep an eye out for you. You left without telling him where you were going. He was worried.
But I went to look for you.
Well, now you found me. What do you say we head back to the village and let your father know you're safe?
All right. And on the way home, you can tell me all about the world beyond the wall. I want to know everything.
Sounds like Attack on Titan.
Everything might be a stretch.
Thank you for bringing her home. And sorry for the trouble.
It's okay. You're
Oh,
welcome.
no. It was a pleasure.
Daddy, did you know that there are villages 10 times as big as Haven in the outside world? 10 times! Cities, they call them. And in these cities, they have great big walls and towers and castles.
Oh, to think I was worried. You can tell me all about the outside world later, Sweet Pea. Now go and help your mum with the stores.
Your mum.
All right.
She didn't even say goodbye. Don't have manners over here.
Thanks for putting up with her questions. She, has a lot of them. One of the big ones being, what are the people beyond the wall like? Reckon you've made a good first impression.
Are we the only one she's ever met?
That you are. The rest of the world can't know we're here, so we'll have to be very careful who we're letting in and out. A few of us might make the occasional trip to shore for supplies, but for the most part, we'll make do with what we've got, including what the old Northerners left us.
Yes. You built on top of the old ruins, didn't you?
Well, they make for fine foundations. Their masons clearly knew what they were doing. That's one thing we don't have to worry about. Oh, it's everything else that's the problem. Medicines, metals for tool making, anything like that. We have to dress up as traveling merchants and make a trip to the outside and pray to every cloud in the heavens that nobody sees through us.
Which explains why you need Gil.
Aye. And now Ruka's back, my wife should be free to assist you with any potential purchases.
Sounds good to me.
So please, do make good use of our stores, because we fully intend to make good use of your coin.
I'll be sure to keep my purse strings loose.
But, store unlocked. Ooh. Fair enough. Let's have a look at what you got.
Thanks for bringing me daughter back. I don't grudge her looking for adventure, but she's got to pull her weight like the rest of us. Anyway, now we've got the inventory done, I can attend to my own tasks, like seeing to our visitors' needs. So, what's the route you wanted? This.
You got anything good?
This is all we have.
That's better. That's better. Well, I guess we're buying these.
May it serve you well.
Oh, they will.
Here you are.
And yeah, we're buying that.
May it serve you well.
And yeah, we're buying them.
Well, if you're sure you need it.
Fuck it, why not?
May it serve you well.
You have to say it like that, do we?
What do you think the tributary season was?
Can you improve these or not?
What is it you want?
I'll take that as a no. Well, have we got them on? Yeah. Cool. And we just need to go up here.
How long do you think this bridge is going
Chocobo.
Suddenly, there were curs everywhere.
Did you hear that, girl?
There's a pair of ships just up ahead.
Can I use Chocobo?
Ships? But are we not still leagues from the shore?
The quickest route to the surge is due east. Past the second galley.
Shula, how did these ships come to be here?
What do you imagine happens when an icon of water gets
Oh
angry?
shit.
Really, brother? Did you have to ask?
Why water thing not in water? Angry waterman.
Tonberries.
What the fuck are these?
Fell creatures consumed by their hatred for everyone and everything.
Everything save sharp knives, it seems.
No, I don't want to hurt you. I don't mind hurting you, it's just fucking spiders.
It's over.
I've got a round of XP for that, to be fair. I know I don't stop to fight much, but they are like at my level. So I'd expect to see a good amount of XP gain.
I can smell the sea.
It's not far now.
Good shit, water girl. Whoa. That's sick.
How will we reach the surge?
We'll follow the coastline north. There's a bridge that'll take us across to the cape.
Dude. So, that's not the glamour then. That's the thing that's holding Titan in place. Not Titan. Leviathan in place. Sick. Dude. Just look at that. Oof. Oh my days. Oh yeah, fucking... No, we're not fighting you. You're the last thing I want to fucking fight. And I mean
Might
the
I
last.
inquire about the ray of light?
It's what prevents the surge from being reclaimed by the sea. And Dwalius by his people.
That's mad. There's a baby that's just transformed into an icon. great ability to do that, to use it. I mean, I do want the water powers, and I probably will swap them for one of the things that I don't really use.
You said before that the child is bound within the surge. But you've yet to tell us how we're meant to reach him. I trust we won't have to hold our breath.
No. The surge wraps around the cape without engulfing it. If we continue to its tip, there is a path down to the seabed. And the wave's origin.
Whoa.
All right. It won't be the first dominant we've met at the bottom of the ocean.
I was thinking that. Let Clive finish his sentence and everything. You're going to give me another trophy for getting this far. Right, go for a loo break. Right, where were we? Yeah, I don't think we've got like more than an hour left in me. It's getting late my time, I've got work tomorrow. That's so sick. It's literally held in place as well. You can still see all of the splash and everything.
It's not much further now.
The path seems well kept. Do you and the villagers often come this way?
Only me. Once every new moon without fail. It is my duty both as village elder and Walius's descendant.
But surely no one blames you for what happened. Why should you bear the responsibility alone?
You misunderstand. I do it because I want to. To show him that he isn't alone. And that there are still some of us who would see an end to his suffering. Suffering you will soon witness with your own eyes. The forest grows quickly here. Left unattended, the path would be reclaimed in a matter of moons.
I'm behind you, Shula. I'm in awe of that.
Does the light
So
point
sick.
the way to the child?
It does indeed.
I don't know, I feel there's more to the priming.
Look at all the
and-
droplets of water suspended in midair.
Where they have remained untouched by time for 80 summers.
It's not right.
No. It's not.
And why did he prime? What caused that? And 8 years ago.
There. Up ahead. Down in the center. Follow me.
What the fuck? No.
He's still primed.
I'll never forget my first priming. The fear.
It was
I was old enough to understand what was happening.
Clive's first time as well.
One can only imagine how this poor child felt.
He is the victim of an unforgivable sin. Committed by people who saw him as nothing but a means to an end. He must be so frightened.
Then I'll ease his burden.
You don't mean?
I'm not going to hurt him. Contrary to the tales, I don't go around killing dominants for no reason. What if I told you there was a way to remove Wallis's icon?
I tell you, you were a madman.
It's not removing though, because they can still prime afterwards. Yeah.
It's hard to believe, I know. But it can be done. Though, it isn't without its risks. Part of the icon remains no matter what.
So, it might still come to violence.
Well, yeah, I want to fight him.
I don't
Even
know.
if he is a baby.
It depends on the dominant. I've seen things end well, and I've seen things spiral out of control.
Yeah.
But I do know one thing. If we turn our backs on this child, there will be no end to his suffering. Yeah. And I think that a worse fate than the alternative. Don't you?
Why else should we go in there every single month?
Very well. Do what you must.
Thank you.
And whatever happens, I will own the consequences.
Okay.
Don't be afraid, little one. Let me bear the weight.
Leave it to me. Bubbles.
Hush now. It's going to be all right.
Is it done?
I think so. I can feel the icon inside me. But something's wrong.
What the fuck is that?
He wasn't just afraid. He was angry. All right. Let's see what you've given me.
Yeah. The power of water. Hide cam. Clive has claimed a portion of the icon's Leviathan's essence. Tuning with Leviathan not only changes the element aspect of Clive's magic spells, we know that, but also allows access to several new iconic abilities such as Crossspell, an inescapable rush of water that pummels enemies from multiple angles. Ability details are found, yeah. Leviathan's iconic feat, Serpent Cry, can be used to summon to Clive's off arm a sea-spitting serpent capable of dealing precise strikes to enemies at great distances. Prescribable in the state will unleash a tidal torrent, multiple bursts of water capable of forcefully knocking back smaller creatures while pressing triangle. Final, a powerful jet of water or tidal stream at enemies situated just outside melee range. Okay. Tidal gauge. Using these attacks will deplete your tidal gauge, becoming unavailable when the gauge is empty. The gauge will slowly replenish over time, but can be refilled quicker by pressing circle. Time a second press perfectly with the on-screen prompt to immediately refill the gauge, as well as earn unlimited ammunition for a short period of time. Tidal gauge is also replenished when performing a successful precision dodge. No, never mind. While using Serpent's Cry, press R1 again while dodging will cause Clive to roll in the air, extending the dodge even further. Tidal Torrent can be used while rolling by pressing square. Interesting. Okay, so I got to learn.
Leviathan!
No, just a negative. But a formidable adversary nonetheless.
Oh, look. As friends.
What is that from? Stop beating up with that new shit, please.
Farewell.
Alright. I don't know how I feel about them abilities. Aqueous orb.
Is everyone all right?
He seems calmer now.
You said Walius was frozen in time. But he knew we were here. How?
I don't know. He's never reacted to anything or anyone. Until now.
The child has been bound for nigh on a century.
He said the name! They said me!
If he has been conscious from the first, we must remove the seal at once.
It's not that simple. I wish it were, but... there's more to this tale. It would be better if I explained back at the village.
Okay.
I see. Then let's return before it gets dark.
I'm sorry, Walius. I will make this right.
Another trophy.
So, part of Leviathan is inside you now, is it? Does it hurt?
No. Not anymore, anyway.
Good. Because I still have need of your strength. If you want to know the rest, we should head to the Witten Hall.
Witten Hall.
Of course.
No, I like these. I do like that one. That one's good. I think we'll go for another set. We'll keep the Diamond Dust and Flames of Rebirth. We'll keep Titan on for now. We'll go Judgment Bolt and Earth and Fury, and then we'll go for Leviathan. What does that do? Okay. So I'm assuming that's what they mean by 2 sets. No. That's so much like nicer looking though. Not having all... The 7 was nice, but 8 is even better. You can't really see that, but... Let me hide my cam. Rip open a slowly expanding gateway to the murky depths of the sea. When the timing is right, summon forth an abyssal storm that hones in on nearby enemies. That might be good. Ultimate abilities are normally cool. Okay, yeah, I think I want that one for sure. I want that as my triangle. Because master, I'm assuming, just means, yeah, I can assign it to anybody. It says strike multiple enemies with a single tsunami. Here, upgrade increases hits. Yeah, that's very standard. That land both in front and behind Clive. That's good. I like that. Abyssal tear. Out a slowly expanding gateway. I don't think that's good. Let's have a look at what it does. The upgrade gradually augments firing speed while abilities active with increasing maximum possible hit count. That's good, but I can't really see me using it. Whereas that I can. Yeah, I think I'll have that as my square and that as my triangle. Yeah. We'll try it out, because
Look, Dad. The cherries.
I don't know how good the circle ability is. It was quite clunky. It's quite good for range attacks. Did I fully upgrade it? Yeah.
To understand the spell which binds Walyas, you must first know who we are.
Let me see.
And what drove my forebears to commit such an atrocity. This tapestry is our story, the one that brought us here. After generations of wandering, my people sought refuge in northeastern Storm, some 170 years ago.
Okay.
But in exchange for our safety, the Gregorian Church demanded we renounce our faith and branded us heretics when we could not.
To be exterminated, as a lesson to others.
And so was it chronicled in the imperial histories, for anything less would have made the Church seem weak. Yet a handful survived. The few who did fled north and west, and in doing so discovered two things that would forever shape our fates. The first was an old legend, revealing how to make your very own Mother Crystal.
I've heard that one before.
Yes, yet it gave them new hope, however false. Our ancestors convinced themselves that they could recreate the divine if they could only find a strong enough heart. A living being capable of channeling torrents of ether. And the heavens provided.
A dominant Walyas.
They'd stumbled across a nostrum in an ancient ruin, which they believed could provoke a sudden outpouring of a creature's ether. They meant to enrage his icon. Leviathan would have destroyed everything, had our people not made their second important discovery. A means to stop time itself.
Where did they find that? The Northerners had no such magics, or they would have used them.
When our ancestors first arrived, the land was uninhabited, save for an old witch who lived on the highest peak. Her body had been consumed by the curse, a cruel payment for her long years of service to the Northern Thanes. So desperate were they to prevent the fall of Drake's Eye, they'd forced her to devise a spell to stop time.
But Drake's Eye did fall.
It did. When she finally perfected the necessary magics, it was already too late.
Okay.
As punishment for her failure, the Thanes exiled her to this forsaken place to live out the few days she had left. Knowing her suffering, our ancestors cared for her as best they could, and in return, she gifted them her spell.
Okay.
That even though she should die, her legacy might live on.
That's cool.
So armed with both the knowledge of the ancients and the secrets of time, Our ancestors settled upon an ambitious plan. They would create a new Mother Crystal and enchant it that it might endure for all eternity. Thus would our people's wandering, our suffering, finally end, and prosperity visit us once more. And all it would require was the sacrifice of a single child. A small price to pay, or so they believed.
It's like utilitarianism, isn't it?
Another victim of man's blind reliance on the Mother Crystals. So we know the seal source. How do we break it and restore the flow of time?
Do you recall the dome of light on top of the cliffs to the west? Inside lie the ruins of an old temple. It was there that the witch built the Vare, a conduit of sorts that channels her remaining ether into the surge. But it's been a long time since anyone set foot in the place.
Why?
And now, there are others who claim it as their own.
Then we shall go prepared for a fight. That said, it may be best if one of us stays behind.
You think the village could be in danger?
We saw the ether flow from Wallius in all directions, but only encountered a single familiar. There will be more. And should even one make its way here, I doubt the walls could hold it back for long.
Joshua.
Then I shall stay.
Yeah.
The Phoenix will see your people safe, tributary.
You have my thanks.
Very well. We should depart at once. I fear time may no longer be a luxury we can afford.
Miss Jill's got ice powers. She can freeze the water.
The Vare is...
Yeah, we'll try these out.
easy to find. You must...
Oh god. He's got more rust.
Head north, and then west, deeper into the forest.
No sign of the child.
What is it you want?
Ooh, it's weaker.
I'd like to see another smith do better.
We won't equip it for now. They're weaker.
Till next time, then.
Do you have a reedstone here? He doesn't look like you do. I want to see what the new sword's like. So let's go back to the hideaway. Assuming she can't come here. What new shit have you got?
Clive. Coin purse weighing you down?
That's weak. That's weak. That's weak. I've got all of them, I think. Yeah, I don't need anything like that. Wait, hang on, let me...
It'd better all be here. You're rubbing me blind, you know. It'd better all be here. You'll not find a better price than that. You're rubbing me blind, you know.
I might have already got them in my Final Fantasy run, but...
Come again. Oh,
Let's put that there, so if we get KO'd, it'll be there instead.
I'm not much bothered either way.
Let's have a look at the new stuff then. Yeah. I always like Joshua's original look. Oh, that's cool. We are using that. Ooh. Especially as it's new as well. Oh, we got all the DLC stuff. What's this purchase? 107. Yeah, I'm missing a load, but I'm not really bothered on this run. Alright. We'll do the this one. What ails you?
Thrill, guide thy bounty.
And then we'll see how much time we have left. And then we might do the other plus one. And then we'll pick up the other side quests along the way. Next time we play.
That's it.
Is everything all right?
Ah, you're the outsider. I'm Fannet, healer by trade.
Fannet.
And this is Talor, one of my patients. He took ill not long after you arrived.
So it's our fault.
Nothing too serious, I hope.
I hope so too,
But
this affliction, it's like nothing I've ever seen before. He complains of feeling chilled to the bone, but there's no fever to go with it. And my most powerful antalgic hasn't done a thing to ease the pain in his chest. I'm starting to wonder if his condition might require a different kind of treatment altogether.
Altogether?
Shula said that you were here to help us. You couldn't help me, could you?
I'd be happy to. If I can.
You can, don't worry. All I need you to do is speak to Talor's son, Pavat, over at the forge, and ask if he knows what his father was up to before he came down sick. Something must have caused this, and I want to find out what.
I mean, you could have just walked across.
The trouble is, Talor's too weak to speak, and I can't leave his side for long. So while you talk to Pavat, I'll pay his wife word a quick visit, just in case she knows anything.
Right.
Let's speak to the Forge Master then. Sword. I love the blue.
Oh, do you need something?
I do.
About your father?
Though not from the forge. Fannet asked me to speak with you. She's looking into the cause of your father's illness and wondered if you could shed any light on the matter.
I see. Sorry. She shouldn't have dragged you into this.
It's no trouble, really. Tell me, did your father do anything out of the ordinary before he fell ill?
Not that I know of. But then I hardly see him. He's always out and about, like. Well, at least he was. Suppose he might have been a bit more fidgety than usual, but apart from that...
When you say out and about, where does he usually go?
Just round the village. Wanders over to Blazier's place most days. He's a fisher who lives on the other side of the fount. They're old friends. Maybe he knows something I don't.
Maybe. I'll go and speak with him.
No sign of the child.
Blazier.
Greetings, stranger. What can I do for you?
Your name is Blazier, is it not? Pavard tells me you're a friend of his father's, and that the two of you may have spent some time together prior to his illness.
His illness? Talor's never been ill a day in his life. I don't know why he'd start now.
Oh, Fanny doesn't know either. It was she who asked me to look into his recent behavior on the off chance it might explain how his condition arose.
Oh, I suppose there was something that struck me as a bit odd. He kept asking about the woods. Did you see anything strange on your way back from the shore? Are you certain? Do you swear? That kind of thing. I didn't, of course. But he wouldn't let it go. It was like he was expecting something to happen. It was just a matter of when. Not that I know what. But he never told me anyway.
Well, that certainly does sound unusual. And it might just be what Fannet is looking for. Thank you.
Ah, don't mention it. Oh, and when you say Talor, wish him the best from me, yeah?
Will do.
Let's see what the healer makes of this.
What should I make of it?
I spoke with Werder, but she couldn't tell me anything. Did you have any better luck?
Nothing conclusive. But there was one thing. Blazier, the fisherman, told me that Talor had taken a sudden interest in the forest of late. He kept asking him if he'd seen anything unusual there on his way back from the coast, but never let on what exactly he was expecting him to have seen.
The forest between here and the coast. Surely not. But then... I can't say for sure. But I think Talor's illness might have some connection to the Tomberries. You may have encountered them during your time here. The small, scaly beastmen.
And you think they may have caused Talor's illness?
I do. At least in a way. And if I'm right, it's no wonder the treatments I've been trying didn't work. Oh, I know it's a lot to ask, but would you go down into Father's Fell for me? There's an altar there. And if my fears are true, an offering upon it.
What is going on here?
Please. I'll explain everything when you return, but time flows fast. I beg you, make haste for Father's Fell and take the offering from the altar. Talor's life may depend on it.
Very well.
Leave me be.
Bastard things. Oh, I never should have let him go alone.
Let's pick this
Hail,
one up.
stranger. Are you a rider by any chance?
I am. What gave me away?
Oh, I can smell it on you. The scent of the stables. And not just any stables. Something tells me you've never been one to ride half-starved birds with chine gall and wet beak. If I had a guess, I'd say your bird.
You kind of have to
only
watch
the finest
the previous
groomed,
stuff
and has
to
her feathers
know what's
groomed
going on.
twice a day with a curl hairbrush.
Nothing but the best for my Ambrosia.
I'd appreciate that.
Ambrosia, eh? Pretty name.
I had a shave today.
What's she
A
like?
bit of a trim.
Well, she's
It was getting like
tall
itchy
and
in the morning.
strong. And her feathers are as white as snow.
You're joking. You've got a white chocobo.
I have, yes. I suppose they are rather rare.
This I've got to see. Can you bring her here?
It grows back.
I would if I could, but I doubt Shula's skiff could hold her.
Me dad's got a boat. And he's ferried chocobos before. You could get him to bring her.
That'd be good.
It'd be perfect.
That makes so much sense. I didn't even think of that. I was just thinking the gameplay reason. But because she wasn't on the boat, she's not on the island, so I can't ride Ambrosia.
Timing and all, he's preparing for a trip beyond the wall as we speak. I'm sure he'd help you if you asked.
He would. Well, I don't suppose it would hurt to have Ambrosia around.
Please.
All right then. Where could I find your father?
He'll be in the storehouse on the other side of the brook. Tell him Manda sent you.
Do you know what? Just prioritise this, and because that will help just speed up the traversing about from A to B all over. So let's get Ambrosia over here, and then we'll go sort out the blacksmith's dad.
You one of the outsiders then?
I am. Shula invited me. Are you Manda's father?
I am. Got you running errands for her already, has she?
She's asked to see my chocobo, but I'd need your help and your boat to bring her here.
Or you could just say no. Honestly, that girl and her birds, she'll be growing feathers soon enough.
Well, truth be told, I didn't take the idea seriously at first. But thinking about it, it would make it easier to get around if I had Ambrosia here. Can you help?
Well,
If
you're sure that's what you want.
I wonder if it's just something as a result of their jabs being a bit like weaker or weakened immune system or something. But then again, yeah, if Evie's got some symptoms of it as well. Yeah. Hopefully they sleep it off and feel a bit better soon.
The tributary says we're to treat you lot as we would each other. So, if you need me to ferry your bird over, then that's what I'll do. Still, they don't take the water easily. I'll need you to bring us a mimic gourd or two to keep her calm on the journey over.
And where would I find one of those?
Oh, don't ask me. It's been years since I last brought a chocobo across the bay, and I'm told the world's changed a fair bit since then. Where do you usually get your stable supplies from?
Well, the man who made Ambrosia's tack lived in Martha's Rest, and if I remember correctly, he traded in chocobo feed too. So I suppose I'll go and ask him.
I'll be sailing over to Northreach soon to pick up some supplies. While I do that, you collect your bird and your gourd, and then meet me by the shore. Just don't take too long, all right?
Off to Northreach then. And Martha's Rest. He's going to Northreach. I know what I'm doing, I promise. Where are you, bird boy?
Don't bother.
There you are.
I remember you. You're the one who saved Whiteheart. How's the old girl doing?
She's very well. Thank you.
Oh, don't thank me. You're the one who saved her. Anyway, what brings you to the rest today?
I was hoping to purchase a mimic gourd. And I thought you might be able to tell me where I could find one.
Oh, reckon I could do better than that. Just so happens, I've got a whole cartload of the blasted things, not a buyer in sight.
Really?
Interesting.
Aye, you'd be doing me a favor taking a few off my hands before they turn to mush. But just be on the lookout for wild birds, eh? Don't want them chasing after you like they did me.
I will. And thank you.
Oh, you're very welcome. Any friend of Whiteheart is a friend of mine. And in times like these, friends have got to stick together.
Thank you,
We
West
certainly
Country,
do.
I appreciate it.
Northreach then.
Now we're going to Northreach. Which is here. It's very, very West Country, isn't it? The island that you travel to, they're all like Geordie, so it's like it's funny. There's a lot of English accents in the game, so it's funny hearing different regional accents from all the way around. Yeah, it was very exaggerated,
What do
wasn't
you
it?
think? What do I think?
Excuse me, excuse me. Yeah, I was missing using this. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Fly, Ambrosia.
Yeah. Yeah, I was getting so annoyed. I was like, why am I running everywhere? Why can't I use my chocobo? And that just explained it. You had to kind of unlock it again on the island, which is fine. It's not even an island, but
You deserve a
on
rest.
the DLC.
Ah, there you are.
Ambrosia.
And this must be Ambrosia, was it? Oh, she's a real beauty,
She's only
isn't
got
she?
one eye.
I have the mimic or two. Here.
Mimic gold. Geordie. Or it's like it's a...
Thank you kindly.
Yeah, Geordie.
Soon as she's gobbled this up, we'll set sail.
We're going to take a little trip across the bay now, Ambrosia. Don't worry. You'll be all right.
Yeah. Ambrosia. Right, northeastern accent then. Yeah.
Well, we made it.
You didn't all? She is as white as snow. You're beautiful, aren't you, girl?
Brave, too. She was calm as you like on the journey over. The mimic gourd will have played its part, of course, but passing through the walls enough to spook most birds even then. Not this one, though.
Ambrosia's been through a lot. I doubt there's much that could unnerve her now.
Not with a beloved master by her side.
Yeah.
No. It's you who looks after me, isn't it, girl?
That's how she
Anyway.
got them scars.
Thanks for bringing her here. I hope I can breed a bird like her someday.
And if you and Ambrosia need ferrying back to Northreach, you only need say the word.
Thank you. But I think we might explore Mysidia together.
Oh, really? I haven't
What do you
played
say,
Witcher 3.
Ambrosia?
Bird of passage. Yeah, I get what you mean. You can now summon Ambrosia in Mysidia. Finally. Alright, we're going that way. Yay!
Let's go. Run like the wind.
Yeah.
Before we turned east at the shipwrecks to reach
Go
the
left.
coast. Now we must head in the opposite direction.
Left it is then.
Yeah, no, it's
Back to the stables,
I
Carl.
really like
There's
these.
one thing I know about
Just
beasts.
everything about this game.
Is that they
Visuals,
love to
the
hide in the
music,
dark.
story, everything. Lizard boys. Oh, they got like mermaid tails, fish tails. I just thought they were lizards.
What are they up to?
They're more like
some sort of ritual.
They've got knives. Oh, really? Right, let's try out Leviathan's abilities. See if any of them are good. I do like the sword, but... Right. Let's try this one. Okay. Stay down. Let's use this. Oh, I can charge it.
It's over.
Nice. That's going to take some getting used to it, though. Used to just using Odin and just Xantasuken and that's it.
Let's see what's on this altar then.
Sounds good to me. Insect. Yeah, like I said, I'll this shitty keyboard, I want to get a replacement and get a Logitech. So she can literally have this old shitty one. And you can use that to occupy her, so she can tap on it but not interfere with yours. So I just need to have a look at a good Logitech keyboard and swap one out, because I don't want this shitty thing anymore. I've replaced the mouse, but the keyboard worked well enough, so I never bothered. Yeah, that's fair enough. But if you've got that one, then fair enough. But like I said, I'm going to replace this anyway. So, whatever comes quicker.
I doubt the Tombury's made it. This must be what Fennet was talking about.
Fennet. It's such a weird and funny name. Yeah. Fast travel. Yeah. For context, they've now added a quick travel to the end of a side quest. So whenever you finish it now, you can just hold options and it will transport you to it. Whereas before you'd have to walk all the way back from wherever you were, and even if you weren't in the right location, it would take you forever to get back. Whereas now you just hold a button and it instantly takes you there if you want to. Yeah, I probably won't be looking to spend that much, but even up to 50, 60, something like that. Yeah, I've been doing it on my own, so it's I'm getting used to it.
You're back.
Talking to myself.
Well, did you find anything?
I did. A silver chain.
I did. This silver chain.
Oh, that happens a lot.
I knew it.
Well, I'm still none the wiser.
Forgive me. This chain. It's a Gregorian Maternoster.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I know what they are.
Of the faith. What's it doing here? And why would the Tomburys be praying to it?
To understand that, you need to understand what the Tomburys are.
That'd
They
be nice.
feed on hatred and suffering. And some say that if you render them an offering, some token of grievance against your fellow man, they will put a curse upon him.
So you think someone's put a Tombury curse on Talor?
I can't say for sure. Truth be told, I always assumed it was an old wives' tale. But given his fear of the forest and the presence of the chain on the altar, I don't know what else to think.
Does Talor have any enemies in the village?
I won't be going for much longer anyway. I'm literally wanting to do these 2 side quests because they give they unlock something for you. And obviously it's late. I've got work tomorrow. But yeah, cheers for sticking us up for the view and everything. But yeah, I appreciate that.
Anyone who
You
would
get back
nurse
to
such a grudge.
Godzilla.
No, I believe the one who left the chain at the altar was Talor himself.
Why would he leave it there?
I beg your pardon.
But there's more to the tale, you see. It's said that if you attempt to curse a soul that has returned to the sea already, your ire has nowhere to go but back to its source.
You're saying he cursed himself?
In trying to curse another, aye.
When my father was younger, he was one of the few permitted to venture beyond the wall on trading expeditions. He told us that when he journeyed to Sanbreque, he'd wear that chain to disguise his true beliefs.
Makes sense.
Lest Griega's faithful turn their cudgels on him.
Did they ever catch him in his deception? Might that explain the ill will he bears someone?
Not that he ever told me.
Come now. Let's not waste time speculating about Talor's past. We need to focus on the present, and that means finding a way to break the curse.
All right. If there's anything I can do to help, let me know.
Thank you. I shall.
Aye, and thanks for going to all this trouble. Here, it's not much, but I want you to have this.
Thank you.
We call it an adder stone. It's a gatherer's charm. Reacts to certain rare minerals we use in crafting. Makes them ring out like a bell. Stuff you'd have no chance of spotting otherwise.
Okay.
If you find anything, see that you bring it back to me. I can make you some decent gear with it.
Okay.
If you're interested, like.
I am, thank you. And I'll be sure to pay you a visit. Until then, I wish your father a swift recovery.
Quest complete. Diagram detailing the steps to craft a set of 4 rings believed to channel the might. Okay. An adder stone. Can be used to locate other nearby sources. Cool. I'm happy with that. Serpent rings. Let's hide the camera sec. You've obtained the design draft for serpent rings, accessories that, when equipped, enhance Leviathan's icon abilities. To create these items, speak with Blackthorn in the Hideaway or Pavat in Haven's Foundry and select the craft option. Please note that the crafting item crafting them will require several materials found only in Mysidia, such as aquamarine. You've obtained an adderstone. Carved from aquamarine, adderstones will resonate both audibly and visibly with other nearby sources of the precious gemstone, making them invaluable in gathering these rare crafting material. Your controller will also vibrate within proximity. Aquamarine is hidden throughout Mysidia, so be sure to check every corner of the region, but please note that some aquamarine locations will differ between action/story focused and Final Fantasy. Okay. Guess that makes sense. I haven't got vibrate on though, so
Reckon my steel's just as good as any. There.
Just have to
I'd like to see another smith do better. Flawless. There. I'd like to see another smith do better. There. Flawless.
I'll just get rid of that because I've got something else to keep seeing at the top. Tombury knife. It's better for stagger, but worse for attack. Oh, okay, so there's 2 hunts that you need to do. Orichalcum and Fool's Gold. No more gear like that. Okay, yeah. So you need aquamarine. And I've already got an Aegis Tallow. Let's have a look. Reduces deluge cooldown, cross swell cooldown, abyssal tear, and tsunami. Fair. Don't need that, don't need that, don't need that. Oh wait, I'm not even on the right one. For fuck's sake. Yeah, I don't need them because I've got better gear.
A good tide to you.
Yeah, so yeah, we'll do these side quests next episode, and then we'll carry on with the main story of the DLC. So I'll leave it there for now, and we will pick this up in the next one. Thank you very much for watching. See you in the next one. Bye.